Hello and welcome back. This is part 2 of translating Fighting Gold by Coda. If you haven't already, you should go back and watch part 1 and then come back here, because in part 1 we translated the first half of the song, and now I'm gonna go over with you guys the second half of the song. So you can see here, like the first part, I have the furigana and the kanji up at the top. The romaji is down here, so if you can't read the hiragana yet, you can read it here with English characters. But if you are serious again about learning Japanese, you definitely want to learn hiragana first. Then we have the English translation and the breakdown for every single word in here that I am going to go over with you now. So the first word we have is inoru, which is to pray or to wish. And yorimo is like in comparison to or rather than, so like rather than just wishing. And this tada here is like only, merely, or just, so kind of like rather than just praying or wishing. Next we have motome rareru, which is the passive form of motomeru, which is to want or to wish for or to request. And passive means like it's done by someone or something, so someone is wishing or hoping for something. And that is an ichiran new ending verb, so to make that passive ru changes over to rareru. So our motomeru becomes motome rareru. So that's like wanting or someone wishing for something. And then this noa, it nominalizes our motome rareru and makes it the topic of the sentence. So this no here kind of makes it a noun, so it changes to more like the thing that someone is wishing for, and that thing is now the topic of our sentence. And then mae is a go or in front of, or like in front of you. So this can mean like in front of, like time-wise, or like physically in front of you. And then eto is going into, and then susumu is to advance or to go forward. So this is like advancing into the future, like advancing into in front of you and forward. Kind of just moving forward if you want. And that is describing kokoro, which is a heart or spirit or mind. So it's a heart that like continues to advance forward. And that is the thing that you should be wishing for, not just like praying. So like you shouldn't just pray, you should wish that you have a heart that can move forward. So next part, we have jibeta o hai nagara miyageta ano sora no hoshi o tsukamairu nda. So jibeta, this is the kanji for chi, which means like earth. And jibeta here means like bare earth or ground. And then o makes that the direct object marker. And then our hai nagara is the nagara form of hau, which is to creep or to crawl. And if you remember from part 1, we had nagara a couple times. That's something I notice in songs. I do tend to use the same grammar form multiple times in that song. So maybe they'll just have a couple and they'll keep reusing them. It's probably for the flow, so things kind of sound similar and on that same da sound. It's just something I find interesting. So to make that to its nagara form, you first change it to its ma stem. And for this godan u ending verb, that u changes to i, and then you add on that nagara. So hau becomes hai nagara. So that is while crawling. So it's like while you're crawling on the ground. This miyageta is the past form of miyageru, which is to look up at, to raise your eyes. And this is in past form of this ichiran verb. So that ru just becomes ta. So miyageru becomes our miyageta. So like you looked at the sky while you're crawling on the ground. And ano is that. And like ano means that's like, it's different. It's far away from both of us. It's far away from me. It's far away from you. It's over there somewhere, like up there, because it's the sky. So it's something very far away. And then it's the sora is the sky or the heavens. So like that sky up there. And then no is linking that to hoshi, which is a star or like anything in the sky that's not like the sun or the moon. That's bright. So like this is all the together, meaning like the stars in that sky we looked up at. And then o is making that the direct object marker. And then we have this tsukamaeru, which is to catch or to seize. And then this this is like the casual form of the explanatory no. So it's kind of meaning that this sentence here is explaining something, and then da is declarative. So it's kind of like just emphasizing like this is a fact. The fact of the matter is we're gonna go get them stars. There's no question. So it's like, so we are like catching the stars in the sky that we looked up at while we were crawling on the ground. So next verse we have 誰も知らない未来へ揺るぎない絆と. So a nice short one. So 誰も is everyone or anyone, and then 知らない is unknown or strange. And then mirai is future. So a future unknown to anyone, which is kind of all futures really. And then this e is indicating a physical direction or goal. So it's like you're kind of physically going to go to that future. And then we have this yuruginai is solid or firm, and kizuna is bonds, like kind of between people. So I'm assuming it's like their bonds of their gang members here. And then to is width, and this should likely be backwards. So it should really be more like yuruginai kizuna to dare mo shiranai mirai e. So it's like with these steady, steadfast bonds, we will head towards a future that nobody knows about. Nobody knows about. Next verse we have Kizu darake no kakugo o matta takishimete aruki dasu. So kizu is a wound or an injury or a scar, and then darake is to be covered all over, so you're scarred all over. Not pretty. And then this no is linking it to kakugo, which is like a resolution or readiness, kind of like your resolve. So I would translate this as like a scar-covered resolve. It's like your resolve has been through things, but it's still there. And this o makes that the direct object marker. Then mata is again. Then we have this dakishimete, which is the te form of dakishimeru, which is to hug someone tight, like to just embrace someone or something. And to make that its te form, this is an ichiran ru ending verb. So you change that ru over to te. So our dakishimeru becomes dakishimete. So like again, embrace your scar-covered resolve. Get back to it. And then we have this aruki dasu, which is again the dasu form, which we've seen a couple times here already. To make that, we change this godan ku ending verb to its ma stem and then add on dasu. So this ku u based ending changes to its e based ending and then add on dasu. So aruku becomes aruki dasu. That means to start to do something, so to start to walk. So embrace, like, so it's kind of once again, embrace your scar-covered resolution and start walking. So start moving forward. Get back up on that horse. Next we have hikari o hanate subete o nuri tsubuse jounetsu no iro de. So hikari means light. O is a direct object marker. Then hanate is the imperative form of hanatsu, which means to fire or to release or just to emit. So like here it's emitting your light. To make that imperative form, which is like command form, it's a very brusque way to command someone to do something, not a super nice way. Maybe a little manly too. And for that, this is a godan-su ending verb. So you change that u-based ending to its a-based ending. So tsu becomes te, hanatsu becomes hanate. And this is also not the first JoJo song that we've ever seen, Hanate in. It's also from, it's part 2. One of their openings has like Kobushi o Hanate. So that's like releasing or firing your fists. It's kind of like that ora ora ora. But right here we're using it to release your lights. Pika pika. And then subete is all, the whole, or everything. And then the direct object marker O here. And then we have this nuritsubuse, which again, another imperative form, so it's going to work pretty much the same way. We just have su versus tsu, so that u base ending changes to its a base ending, so su becomes se. From our nuritsubusu, which is to paint out, becomes nuritsubuse. So like, do it, paint out everything, you gotta do it. Shine your light, paint everything. And then Jonetsu is passion, enthusiasm, and zeal. And I think this is kind of interesting because the mafia gang that they're in this series is called like Passion. And you could definitely, like in Japanese, translate that to Jonetsu. I don't know if that's an Easter egg maybe, and I don't think it's really referring to the gang here. I just thought that was interesting. And then this no here is linking that to color, which is iro. So a passionate color, a color of passion. And then de here is marking the means of an action. And this again should be backwards more like, so it should be more like Jonetsu no iro de subete o nuritsubuse. So by the means of a passionate color, paint everything. And emit your light while you're there. Fine as well. And so, next verse we have Ikari mo tsumi mo chikara ni kaeta nara. So ikari is anger or hatred. And this mo here, you can see this is a special no mo. When we have noun mo, it means both nouns equally. So both your anger and your sins equally. Tsumi here means crime or sin. So both of those things, if like chikara means force or strength or power, and then ni is marking the goal, the direction or goal, so like to power, to like to become power. And this kaeta is the past form of kaeru, which is to change or to alter. It is an ichiran ru ending verb, so you change out that ru to a ta, so kaeru becomes our kaeta. So chikara ni kaeta is like changed into power. And then nara is if. So kind of like this whole thing is like if you change both your anger and your crimes into power. That's kind of leading off to the next verse, which is let me see, we got Ima o ikinuku no sa ore tachi nari no seigi de. And yeah, I'm good. So ima is now, the present, and o makes out the direct object here. Next we have ikinuku, which is to live through or to survive. So this is like surviving the now. And then no sa is adding emotional emphasis here. Then oretachi, it's kind of like, you know, if you change your anger and your sins into power, you could be able to survive the now. It's like all the hard battles they're going through in this season. So good. So oretachi here is us or we. This is this tachi pluralizer we've seen a bunch, but this is how you should actually use it with oretachi. So that means us. And ore, like on its own, means I, and it's a very brusque masculine way of saying I. You might probably not want to use that one, more like watashi or something. Well, yeah, these are manly guys, so they want to be using that oretachi. And then this nari is interesting. It's kind of like an action that's done at a level appropriate to the person in question. So it's kind of like something appropriate to us. That's how it's working. And then this no is showing possession, so like something appropriate to us, like our seigi justice. So it's kind of like at least how I'm translating this part, this is my interpretation, is this means a seigi that's appropriate to us, like a justice that is appropriate to us, kind of our justice. Maybe it's not your justice, maybe it's not the law's justice, but it's our justice and it works for us. So, you know, they're in this gang, so that's kind of already legal and stuff. They're trying to do good stuff, help people out. And this day here is marking the means of an action by or with. So it's kind of like, you know, almost like you could put this backwards too, because it feels like both of these are kind of leading into this we'll survive the now. So you could put this like oretachi nari no segi de ima o ikinuku no sa. So it's kind of like by the means of our justice, we will survive the now. I like that a lot. What is this? OMG, this is the last verse. Savor it. We have Yasuragi ni senaka o mukete. So yasuragi is peace, tranquility, serenity. And then ni marks out the direction of the goal, so like towards peace. And senaka is back, like the physical back of your body. And then o makes out the direct object marker. And then mukete is the te form of mukeru, which is to turn towards or to point. So you're pointing your body towards so it's like you're pointing your back towards peace, the back of your body. So it's like you're turning your back on peace. It's like no more peace. We're gonna be violent but fix things up. And that is the end of the translations for this song. There are a few more verses, but those are all repeat, so we've already covered them. You now know everything about Fighting Gold by Coda. I hope that you enjoyed it, you had fun, and you learned something. I hope. I will see you in the next video. Please subscribe. Mata ne.